all publicity is good publicity, and the WNBA is going to put that phrase to the test. They come out in the All-Star game.
Something cracked at the WNBA All-Star game, because what happened last night was not just an All-Star game. That was a full-blown public protest disguised in glitter and layups. Seriously, we had Caitlin Clark walking onto the court like she was holding in more than just jump shots. We had WNBA players standing shoulder to shoulder in something that looked like unity but felt like a warning shot. And then we saw the shirts. We saw them, but we didn't understand them at first. And then everything started to make sense. If you think this was a bold move, write "too far" in the comments. But let's back it up for a second. Because this was not just about a t-shirt. This was a tipping point. And we need to talk about what really led to it. Over the past few months, the WNBA has been holding on by a thread. And no, I don't mean financially, although we'll get to that too. I mean emotionally. I mean the fans, the players, the culture, everything. Tense. The league has been dealing with constant heat, elbow-throwing drama, locker room shade, rising tensions over race, favoritism, pay gaps, media bias, all of it boiling under the surface. And right in the middle of this chaos is Caitlin Clark.
There's one person in this league that when she walks in the building, when she walks in the room, the owners see dollar signs. There's only one person, and her name's Caitlin Clark.
From the moment she showed up, people either loved her or hated her. There was no in-between. And this All-Star game was supposed to be her big moment. But instead, she walked into a firestorm.
So, Caitlin Clark is officially out for the All-Star game. I am not surprised.
Now, you might be thinking, it's just a shirt, relax. But trust me, this wasn't just about fabric and font. Because when multiple WNBA players, including Caitlin, step out on the court wearing the same message on the same night on national TV, that's not a coincidence. That's a rebellion. So let's talk about what actually happened during that All-Star game. This night could have been huge for the league. Perhaps a moment to flex and show off the talent, the teamwork, the rising stars, the future of women's basketball. And yet, they turned it into a bad open mic night with t-shirts.
This year, it was a three-point contest. This year was a disaster. This year was a catastrophe.
Listen, I get it. Messages matter. Voices deserve to be heard. But context matters too, and this was not it. Let's be honest. Last year, Team USA versus the All-Stars was a legit game. There was full-count defense, there were actual basketball plays happening, we saw Caitlin feeding Angel, we saw real competition, real heat.
Last year, if you guys remember, Team USA versus the All-Star team, it was a fairly competitive.
But this year, it looked like a YouTube Rec League highlight reel gone wrong. 4-point shots with literally zero defense and zero structure. Everyone was just pulling from deep like they were auditioning for a Harlem Globetrotters tryout. It was like they all collectively decided defense was canceled. And while the game was nosediving into unwatchable territory, the t-shirts came. T-shirts that said, "Pay us what you owe us."
They came out wearing t-shirts saying, pay us what you owe us. Which, I mean, I don't...
And they were worn by multiple players. Very bold move, I must say. But you know what's interesting? No one explained anything. No one said what exactly was owed. No one said what the number is, what the issue is, or even what the ask is. Meanwhile, Brittany Sykes was in the background holding up a sign that said, "Pay the players." And I mean, people noticed that, but not in a good way. Because you're wearing that shirt on national TV in a game that looks more like a warm-up session than an all-star showdown, of course people are gonna talk. The internet lit them up. Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, everyone was like, pay them for what? For this? And look, the reality is, these players are already making six figures to play 4 months out of the year. Most show up to practice for maybe 2 hours, go home, chill.
At that. This year, it was a three-point contest. This year was a disaster. This year was a...
So when the fans tuned in expecting basketball and instead got lazy defense and a t-shirt campaign, yeah, they weren't thrilled.
Is it any wonder why people hate this league?
And the worst part is, you just gave every critic of the league fuel, because now it looks like you're demanding more while delivering less. And with CBA negotiations right around the corner, this was supposed to be a statement, but it might have just backfired. Honestly, let's stop pretending this was basketball. Because what we witnessed was not a game.
An absolute travesty. That was an embarrassment. It was disrespectful to the people who wasted their time and their money to witness this garbage in person.
And look, I wish I could sugarcoat it. I wish I could tell you this was just a lighthearted all-star match where everyone had fun and let loose. This was an abomination to the sport.
As we skip through, like, there's not a lot of people. I'm not saying it's in the thousands.
Let's just go down the list.
Shout out Kelsey Mitchell for 20.
Kelsey Mitchell dropped 20 and somehow no one noticed. Like, blink and you missed her entire performance. Shout out to her, though. Someone had to show up for Indiana. Meanwhile, A'ja Wilson gave us 4 points. 4.
How A'ja Wilson was all smiles. I thought she felt threatened or something playing in Indiana. She was a hee-hee and a tee-hee and a ha-ha.
Sabrina Ionescu came out on fire. 8 points in 2 minutes, and then ghosted like she had somewhere better to be. Jackie Young got the start, played 53 seconds.
Was just chucking. Kiki, are you a fan? At least she had 16. Sonia Citron with 11. Kayla Thornton was her top scorer for most of the game.
Gabby Williams was launching like she had a plane to catch. Kiki Rice dropped 16, which honestly might have been the highlight of the night. I mean, the bar was that low. Sonia Citron had 11. Kayla Thornton led the scoring for a bit, which tells you everything you need to know about how flat this game was. Nothing against her, but when Kayla's leading the all-star box score, something's broken. And then there's Brittany Sykes. I mean, wow. 18 shots in 22 minutes, 0 for 9 from 3. 18 shots and not even one fell from deep. Meanwhile, on the other team, Napisa Collier decided she was done with the nonsense and casually dropped 36 points on just 16 shots, with 0 free throws. She hit four numbers. Like, what even is this game? Honestly, Brianna Stewart was better than A'ja, but the bar was set at 4, so not exactly a win. Paige Buckers hit a 4-nangle in the first possession and then disappeared. I think she got Thanos snapped out of the arena. Skylar Diggins had a triple-double. I wish I could hype that, but even that stat felt like it snuck in the back door while everyone else was asleep. Kelsey Plum dropped 12 in the first quarter, and then ghosted. Alyssa Thomas and Angel Reese were on another level. I mean, people literally forgot they were even on the court. Angel missed her first layup and then scored on a fast break, and that's about all we remember, and that was pretty much the game.
It's an unwatchable all-star game. It is really bad.
There's no nice way to say it.
League, tonight was the night they really could have showed the world something. But what did they do? A, they show them that they're spoiled. And B,
To sum it up, the WNBA lit a match at their biggest event of the year and accidentally dropped it on their own foundation. What was meant to be a bold statement turned into a complete implosion. Pay us what you owe us.
Share that we had a productive meeting on Thursday with the WNBA.
That message hit every screen, every timeline, every headline, and not one in the way they wanted. The people wanted. Fans didn't rally. Neither did the media sympathize.
I don't think they really owe the players the money. Well, they don't owe the players a gigantic increase.
Even the league's own supporters were confused, disappointed, and calling it what it was: a disaster. Because the numbers don't lie. This league has never broken even. It bleeds tens of millions every year.
We lost $50 million last year What exactly do they owe?
It exists because the NBA keeps the lights on. And now the same league is asking for more, just tanked its credibility in front of a global audience. Some of these players are demanding more pay than what their product currently justifies. And the demands do not include more respect or coverage. They include more money.
Honestly, I think the owners and the NBA keeping the league alive. I think there's a big difference between pay us what you owe us and pay us what we deserve, and I do think there's a...
Although they did it without bringing in matching revenue and showing effort in the game that was meant to highlight their skill or anything in general that made people want to support more. But the way they delivered that demand set the internet on fire and left the league scrambling. The internet is brutal and fans are bailing.
During her second three-point contest title, scoring 30 points in the final round, as you saw. That was the second most in our WNBA three-point history.
Caitlin Clark stood front and center as it all went down, and whether she wanted to be or not, she became part of a moment that might just push the WNBA to the edge. Now, the WNBA is just caught in the crossfire of its own doing. So, do you think the WNBA will take any action after this embarrassment in front of the world by their own players? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want more unfiltered content like this, then be sure to subscribe to the channel. You don't want to miss what's coming next.